try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Did an unlocker. I didn't break hard enough.
So our top three men here at Silverstone, Pecco Bagnaia, Maverick Vinales and Jack Miller, delivered a super show here at Silverstone. Great as always to get the unique insight of our podium men behind the scenes. That's why myself and Lewis just kept stum for a few moments. Apologies for some of the language used there, but of course these guys are full of adrenaline after that high octane challenge here at the British Grand Prix. But these podium celebrations get underway.
So here we go then. This is not a circuit necessarily on paper that we thought would be a Ducati track. But Ducati, with that historic 18th consecutive Grand Prix with at least one rider on the podium, have managed to get both factory riders onto the podium. Jack Miller, we heard him describing what he thought of Alex Rins's race. What a story to this Grand Prix. It started with Johann Zarco, of course, chasing a maiden Grand Prix victory under pressure from Fabio Quartararo, who then served his long lap penalty. It then looked as if Alex Rins was going to take control and check out at the front. Maverick Vinales, who steps onto the second place spot on the podium, also looked as if it was going to be his day at one stage in the closing stages. But in the end, through all the pressure, through all the drama and the thrilling action of 20 laps of Silverstone, it is Pecco Bagnaia who emerges victorious. His fourth victory in 7 races. And you heard it from the horse's mouth down in Parc Fermé with Simon Crafart. He puts this at the very top, the best win of his MotoGP career. Mitch Covington, the Monster SVP of Global Sports Marketing, gives Ducati the Constructors' Prize. 7th victory of the season for Ducati, 4 for Bagnaia and 3, of course, for Enea Bastianini, who was superb today in just missing out on the podium. In the end, he finished just 1 second adrift of Jack Miller, who receives the 3rd place prize from the managing director here at Silverstone, Stuart Pringle. First podium for Jack Miller since he was on the podium at Le Mans earlier in the season. It was his 3rd front row start of 2022 here, and much like the previous 2, he converted it into a podium. Jan Stovacek, board member for the FIM, hands a 2nd consecutive podium trophy to Maverick Vinales. How he thought maybe with a lap and a half to go that he would have been standing just a few feet to his left when he emerged onto the podium. And the Silverstone chairman, John Grant, gives Pecco Bagnaia the sweetest trophy of his Grand Prix career. Do not write Bagnaia off. He is firmly in World Championship contention as Bagnaia triumphs at the British Grand Prix.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Italy.
Bagnaia bags the victory at the British Grand Prix in 2022. A race that will be one of the most memorable of this season, without any question. And it could be pivotal in the final reckoning of this championship, as Lewis mentioned, because Pecco Bagnaia, having been so distraught and deflated after that tumble out of Germany just before the summer break, most people had written him off as a genuine title contender this year, but it just shows how quickly the balance of power can shift in MotoGP, because Pecco Bagnaia now just 49 points away from Fabio Quartararo, with 8 races still remaining and tracks that he and the Ducati do love. Cheers, boys, is what Jack Miller said. That was a hard-fought podium finish for all those 3 guys. You heard them say it looked like Alex Rins pushed too hard early on and burned up his Michelin tyres. There you go then. Well, that's what it means when you've taken a victory at one of MotoGP's most historic venues. Assen and Silverstone back-to-back on the calendar. You won't get more 2 venues steeped in heritage. Box going to win at Assen or Silverstone on the record books, and that's exactly what Pecco Bagnaia has done. Back-to-back wins in his MotoGP career for the 3rd time, and it is very much game on in terms of the championship. Just whets the appetite, doesn't it, for us to move to Austria in 2 weeks' time.
A circuit that certainly has seen its fair share of Ducati success over the years, of course. Andrea Dovizioso, so good around there over the years for Ducati. Of course, a reprofiled Red Bull ring coming up in a couple of weeks' time. That flat-out left-handed kink of turn 2 is no more. But that is our next stop on.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun.